Can you give me an example of a regulation that Trump has cut? You know, there was the original, wasn't there that idea at one point that if for every new regulation he was going to pass, he was going to cut something like 70 regulations?
He said every new one we'd get rid of 2, and actually so far every new one we've gotten rid of 20. So he's been a big deregulator.
So can you give me an example of where something like that he's cut has actually helped the economy?
Well, the best example is in the energy area. I mean, you know, Barack Obama and his team hated the fossil fuel industry. They hated shale oil and gas. They hated the coal producers. So they passed regulations that were, by the way, the law says that regulations should be passed in a way that where they're achievable for an industry. In other words, that they shouldn't be designed to bankrupt a company.
To take out an
But
industry,
in the area of coal, the intention was precisely to just put the coal producers out of business, and it hurt our oil and gas. Now we've got a situation where we're producing more oil and gas and coal than ever before. We're producing more nuclear power, and that's created, you know, for the first time in our, you know, again, in your and my lifetime, we're actually producing more oil and gas than we're consuming. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to think about. We're no longer, you know, susceptible to oil embargoes or, you know, the Russian influence. You know, we saw what happened when the Iranians bombed the oil fields in Saudi Arabia. That was what, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. If that had happened before the shale revolution that we have going on, the price of gasoline, well, what are you paying here in California? You pay a lot for gas.
I don't even know what it is. I have an electric car now, so I'm not even sure.
But on the East Coast where I live, you know, you pay maybe $3 a gallon. The price of gas probably would have gone to about $6 a gallon if it hadn't been for the fact that the United States is actually now producing a lot of oil and gas ourselves.